Love, one of the most mysterious, powerful forces in the universe. It has the ability to heal or break, to elevate or destroy. And yet, despite centuries of poetry, philosophy, and psychological research, love remains an enigma. Today on Stoic Pathways, we're uncovering the most fascinating hidden psychological truths about love and relationships. Truths that no one will ever tell you. Truths that will change the way you see love forever. When you're mad at someone you love, be careful what you say. Anger is fleeting, but words have permanence. Your mind may lash out, but your heart still cares. It's easy to say things you don't mean in the heat of the moment, but what's spoken in rage can never be unheard. The human brain, in its anger, loses rationality. It shifts into survival mode, treating the person you love as if they are a threat. And yet, deep inside, the love still lingers. Have you ever noticed that after an argument, when the anger subsides, regret follows? This is because love and anger are not opposites. They coexist, battling for dominance. The lesson? In love, silence is often more powerful than words. Relationships are like birds. Hold them too tightly and you suffocate them. Hold them too loosely and they fly away. But if you hold with care, they will remain with you forever. This is a truth few understand. Love is not control. It is not possession. It is not a demand. It is a delicate balance between freedom and connection. The greatest relationships are not those where two people cling to each other out of fear of loss, but those where they choose each other every single day, despite having the freedom to walk away. We need to understand something profound. Once you go through your worst times alone, you no longer fear loneliness. You stop clinging to people who don't value you. You stop seeking validation from those who take you for granted. You develop an unshakable strength that makes you realize being alone is better than being with the wrong person. And that is why the strongest people are often the hardest to love. Not because they are incapable of love, but because they refuse to settle for anything less than something real. To be kind is more important than to be right. Many times, people don't need a brilliant mind that speaks. They need a special heart that listens. In love, we often think that logic will solve problems, that if we just explain our point well enough, we will be understood. But love does not function on logic alone. It thrives on connection, on feeling heard, on being seen. When someone you love is in pain, they don't need solutions. They need presence. A heart that listens speaks louder than a mind that argues. Trust and love someone who can see three things in you: the sorrow behind your smile, the love behind your anger, and the reason behind your silence. These are the people who truly see you. Not just your surface, but your soul. Love is not just about attraction, it's about perception. The right person will understand the words you don't say, the fears you hide, the wounds you carry. They will not love the perfect version of you. They will love the real you. A single finger that wipes away your tears during hard times is greater than 1,000 hands that clap for your success. When life is good, everyone is around. But love is tested in the dark moments. The person who stays when you have nothing, when you are broken, when you are lost. That is the person who truly loves you. Real love is not about celebrating the highs. It's about enduring the lows together. The first to apologize is always the bravest. The first to forgive is the strongest. The first to forget is the happiest. In love, pride is the greatest killer. The ego whispers, wait for them to say sorry first. But love whispers, peace is more important than being right. To love deeply means to risk getting hurt. It means putting your heart before your pride. It means choosing understanding over winning. Stop calling it love if you cry more than you smile. Love should not be constant pain. Love should not be suffering disguised as devotion. Yes, love requires effort. Yes, love faces challenges. But love should not be a war zone. If someone makes you feel worthless, if you find yourself drowning in sorrow more than joy, that is not love. That is attachment. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away. Because someone better is waiting to see your beautiful smile. One of the hardest lessons in life is letting go. Whether it's guilt, anger, love, loss, or betrayal, change is never easy. We fight to hold on and we fight to let go. But the truth is, love is not always meant to last forever. Some people come into our lives as lessons, some come as blessings, and some come as both. The pain of losing someone is real, but the pain of holding on to the wrong person for too long is even greater. Some people are so important in our lives, not because we enjoy their company, but because we feel so lonely in their absence. This is where many people get confused. They mistake loneliness for love. They mistake habit for attachment. But true love is not just about needing someone. It is about choosing someone, even when you don't need them. A real man can make a woman fall in love without touching anything but her heart. Because love is not just physical. The strongest form of love is one that stimulates the mind, nurtures the soul, and respects the spirit. Lust fades, looks change, but a love that speaks to the heart, that lasts forever. Love is nothing without action. Trust is nothing without proof, and sorry is nothing without change. Words are easy, promises are easy, but love is proven through consistency, through effort, through showing up even when it's inconvenient, through being there not just when it's easy, but when it's hard. Never cry for someone who hurts you. Just smile and say, "Thank you for giving me a chance to find someone better." Sometimes what feels like rejection is actually redirection. The wrong people will always teach you the right lessons. They will break you just enough to make you stronger, wiser, and more capable of recognizing true love when it finally arrives. One great lesson I learned from life: there is no market for your emotions, so never advertise your feelings. Just show your attitude. The world does not reward sensitivity. It rewards strength. The less you explain yourself, the more power you hold. Because the truth is, not everyone deserves access to your heart. You will never understand the damage you did to someone until the same thing is done to you. This is the cycle of life. Sometimes we are the ones who hurt. Sometimes we are the ones who get hurt. But wisdom comes when we finally learn, not just from the pain we receive, but from the pain we cause. Once you are in a relationship, you think it's going to last forever. You believe in the fairy tale, the endless love story, the idea that nothing could ever tear you apart. But in reality, love only lasts as long as both people are willing to work for it. The moment one person stops trying, stops nurturing, stops showing up, the foundation begins to crack. And the most heartbreaking thing, love doesn't die in an instant. It fades little by little in forgotten apologies, in words left unspoken, in effort no longer made. We are more likely to trust those who genuinely express their weaknesses or vulnerabilities, because honesty is intimacy. In a world where people wear masks, vulnerability is rare. It is the courage to say, "This is me, this is my fear, this is my wound." And when someone trusts you enough to show their scars, to let you see the parts of them that they hide from the world, that is when real love begins. A woman who truly wants to be with you will always ask you about two things: your life and your dreams. Because love is not just about the present, it is about the future. It is about two people walking together towards something greater. When someone loves you, they don't just care about who you are, they care about who you are becoming. They want to know your fears, your ambitions, the battles you are fighting. And the right person will not just listen, they will stand beside you and fight those battles with you. Life is so much simpler when you stop explaining yourself to people and just do what works for you. Love is not about pleasing others. It is not about meeting society's expectations. It is about finding someone who aligns with your soul, not someone who simply looks good on paper. Too many people stay in relationships they don't belong in because they are afraid of judgment. But the truth is, you are the only one who has to live with your choices. So, choose wisely. Don't seek the best partner. Seek the person who makes you a better version of yourself. Because love should elevate you. It should challenge you. It should inspire you to grow. The right person will not just accept your flaws, they will push you to become stronger, wiser, more resilient. They will hold up a mirror, showing you both your light and your shadows, helping you evolve into the person you were always meant to be. Stay away from people who make you feel lonely. No company is better than bad company. Some relationships drain your soul more than solitude ever could. It is better to be alone and at peace than with someone who makes you question your worth. Remember, loneliness is not the absence of people. It is the absence of connection. Nothing is permanent. Don't stress yourself too much, because no matter how bad the situation is, it will change. This is the nature of life, and it is the nature of love. The person you cry for today will be a distant memory one day. The heartbreak that feels unbearable now will eventually become a lesson. And just when you think you can never love again, someone unexpected will walk into your life and prove you wrong. Be careful what you say when you're angry, because people may forgive you, but they won't forget what you said. Words have power. They can heal and they can destroy. And when spoken in anger, they can leave wounds deeper than any physical scar. In love, it is always better to pause, to breathe, to step back before speaking. Because once a word is released, it can never be taken back. One of the most sincere forms of respect is actually listening to what another person has to say. Love is not just about talking, it is about hearing. It is about making the other person feel valued, understood, and safe. The biggest mistake people make in relationships is listening to respond rather than listening to understand. But when you truly listen, you give someone the greatest gift of all, the feeling of being seen. People think being alone makes you lonely, but that's not true. Being surrounded by the wrong people is the loneliest thing in the world. You can be in a room full of people and still feel like a ghost. You can be in a relationship and still feel unseen. Because real connection is not about proximity. It is about depth. Some men think women want money, cars, and gifts. But the right woman wants something far more valuable: time, effort, passion, honesty, loyalty, and love. She wants to know that she is a priority, not an option. She wants to see consistency, not empty words. The wrong people will try to impress you with things. The right person will impress you with their heart. Fake friends tell you pretty lies. True friends tell you the ugly truth. And this applies to love as well. The person who truly loves you will not always tell you what you want to hear, but they will always tell you what you need to hear. Because love is not about flattery. It is about honesty. It is about helping each other grow, even when the truth is hard to swallow. Research shows that a woman is more drawn to a person when she is not sure how much he loves her. The unknown creates intrigue. The chase sparks desire. But here's the thing. While mystery may ignite attraction, only sincerity sustains love. Because the real challenge is not making someone fall for you. It is making them stay. Love is not about who you can live with. It's about who you can't live without. It's about finding someone who feels like home. Not perfect, not flawless, but real. Love is messy. It is complicated. It is sometimes painful. But when it is real, it is worth every struggle, every sacrifice, every moment of doubt. Because in the end, love is not just about feeling good. It is about choosing someone, again and again, through every storm and every season. And that is what so few people will tell you about love. It is not just about emotions. It is about choices. It is about effort. It is about commitment. And above all, it is about being with someone who sees you, understands you, and chooses you, not just for a moment, but for a lifetime. Love is the most paradoxical force in the universe. It is both the thing we desire most and the thing that brings us the greatest pain. It can lift us to the highest peaks of joy and plunge us into the deepest valleys of despair. And yet, despite all the heartache, all the lessons, all the wounds, we keep searching for it. Because deep down, we know that life without love is like a sky without stars, like a song without melody. And so, we love, even when it hurts, even when it scares us, even when we've been broken before. But here's something no one ever tells you. Love is not what you think it is. We are taught to believe in fairy tales, in soulmates, in effortless passion. But real love, it is built, not found. It is a daily choice, not just a feeling. It is the decision to show up, even when things get hard. People often say, if you love someone, let them go, and if they come back, they were always yours. But the truth is, love is not about testing someone's loyalty by leaving. Love is about choosing each other, day after day, through every storm, without needing to prove anything. The right person won't need to lose you to realize your worth. Have you ever wondered why some people stay in toxic relationships? Why do they hold on to someone who constantly hurts them? The answer lies in psychology. The human brain craves familiarity, even if that familiarity is painful. It is why some people confuse love with suffering, because that is all they have ever known. They mistake inconsistency for passion, chaos for excitement, apologies for change. But love is not supposed to be a cycle of hurt and healing. Love should not break you just so it can fix you again. The sad reality is, we accept the love we think we deserve. If you do not believe you are worthy of something better, you will settle for less. You will convince yourself that love is supposed to be difficult, that pain is proof of devotion. But here's the truth. Real love does not leave you guessing. It does not make you feel anxious, insecure, or unworthy. The right love will bring you peace, not confusion. This is why self-love is the foundation of every great relationship. Because when you love yourself, you no longer tolerate half-love. You no longer chase people who don't value you. You no longer beg for attention from someone who barely makes an effort. When you love yourself, you stop settling for relationships that drain you, and you start waiting for the one that nurtures you. One of the greatest lessons in love is this: not everyone you lose is a loss. Some people leave to make space for the right ones to arrive. Some relationships end because they were never meant to last. Some hearts break so that they can be rebuilt stronger. If someone walks away from your life, let them. The person who truly belongs in your life will never make you feel like you have to fight for a place in theirs. A healthy relationship is built on three things: trust, respect, and effort. Without trust, love becomes fragile. Without respect, love becomes toxic. Without effort, love fades. It doesn't matter how strong the attraction is, how deep the passion burns. If these three things are missing, the relationship will eventually crumble. And here's something most people never realize. You should never have to force love. If you have to constantly beg someone to treat you right, if you have to prove your worth, if you feel like you are always the one giving more, that is not love. That is desperation. Love should be reciprocated, not begged for. The right person will love you effortlessly, not as a favor, not as a burden, but as a privilege. It is better to be single and waiting than in a relationship and wishing you were single. Loneliness is painful, but being with the wrong person is worse. When you are alone, you have the chance to grow, to heal, to become the best version of yourself. But when you are in the wrong relationship, you shrink. You dim your light. You lose pieces of yourself just to keep the other person happy. And that is not love. That is self-destruction. Love is not about possession. It is about appreciation. True love does not try to control or change you. It does not demand that you shrink yourself to fit into someone else's expectations. The right person will love you exactly as you are, while also inspiring you to grow into the best version of yourself. Have you ever noticed that the strongest relationships often have the deepest friendships at their core? This is because attraction may fade, passion may ebb and flow, but genuine connection, the ability to laugh together, to support each other, to share your dreams and fears, that is what keeps love alive. A man who truly loves a woman will make her feel safe, not just physically, but emotionally. He will never make her question his feelings, never leave her in doubt, never play with her emotions. And a woman who truly loves a man will stand by his side, not just in his victories, but in his struggles. She will inspire him to become more, not by demanding, but by believing in him, even when he doesn't believe in himself. Real love does not demand perfection. It does not say, "I will love you when you change." It says, "I love you now, as you are." But at the same time, real love also encourages growth, because true love does not just accept you, it elevates you. Some people come into our lives as blessings, others come as lessons. The mistake many people make is trying to turn lessons into lifelong partners. But not everyone who walks into your life is meant to stay. Some people are only meant to teach you something, to prepare you for the love that is still to come. One of the most painful things in love is loving someone who does not love you back. Unrequited love is a wound that takes time to heal. But the truth is, when someone does not love you, it is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply a sign that they are not your person. And in time, you will find someone who sees you, who chooses you, who loves you the way you deserve. Love is the most powerful force in existence. It can build, it can destroy, it can heal, it can wound. But the most important thing to remember is this: love is not just something you find, it is something you create. And when you finally find the right person, the one who understands your silence, who sees your soul, who chooses you every cease, single day, that is when you will realize why nothing before ever worked out. Because love, true love, is not about finding someone perfect. It is about finding someone who makes the imperfection of life feel perfect. And that is the kind of love you deserve. Love is a mystery, a force that defies logic, yet shapes our very existence. It teaches us, breaks us, heals us, and transforms us. Through every heartbreak, every lesson, every moment of longing, we are being prepared for the love that is meant for us. So, if you've ever been hurt, if you've ever felt lost in love, if you've ever wondered why things didn't work out, remember this: the right love, the real love, the love that was written in the stars for you, will never require you to lose yourself to keep it. It will feel like home. It will bring you peace. And when it arrives, every tear, every lesson, every moment of waiting will make sense. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Stoic Pathways for more deep insights into love, life, and the hidden truths no one talks about. Share this with someone who needs to hear it, and always remember, love is not just something we seek, it is something we become. Until next time, stay strong, stay wise, and keep walking your path.